Gangsters move in silence, nigga, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Fuck, nigga. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Days, and we are back for an episode of no longer IDFK Podcast, but we are now the Unfiltered Podcast. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we decided to change our name for the good of the company that is now Unfiltered Podcast. I got the usual suspects here in the room. We got our boy Grizz King.
Is he asleep?
Yeah, get it right. Grizz King, we in the building, baby. One of us want to make a change. Gotta look at stuff and make a change.
And then we got the white fuzzy dragon dog, Brandon.
Dang, you sound like American Dragon Jake Long.
Nah, man, you the thing from what's that movie? What's that movie with the turtle and the tree on the turtle and the horse that the never ending story?
You're a fucking ass.
Yeah. I don't know what that turtle is. He's basically saying you're a turtle.
Nah, he's the dog dragon from the movie.
You're an ass, kid. You're an ass.
You should spend the rest of the podcast roasting Brandon. That should be the podcast.
Hey! Hey! You called me by my name.
Nah,
You ain't got no nickname.
Because I'm not special like that, okay? I'm not special.
You're special ed, alright.
Oh!
How special you are.
Okay. But yes, I am hosting today because I am the host with the most, and we're going to get into some topics.
Hold on. First of all, how was everybody's week?
Yeah. It hasn't been. It just started not that long ago, so it's like last time.
Okay, first of all, today's not a weekend.
Today's Tuesday, so technically, yeah. It's like close.
No, Brandon. No. Today is not a weekend. It's a weekday.
You don't say. Okay.
I know.
Oh my. Okay, let's start the topic, please.
Okay.
The big story.
So,
the big ass story.
We all know what happened on Sunday. The biggest day in sports history happened.
I know.
And the
I know
biggest upset. The biggest
happened.
in sports history happened.
I know what
with
happened.
Tom Brady going down. That old piece of dirt.
He's not that old.
Man, he's old as dirt. Alright. Football fan, 40-year-old fuck. He went down in the dirt, man. Fuck Tom
Down
Brady.
in the
Everybody
dirt.
say it with me. Fuck Tom
Brady.
Fuck
Tom Brady.
Tom
like,
Brady. Get him.
You're not a hero.
Patriots is trash.
Oh, that's
They got their ass.
Yeah.
Now I called that the Patriots was going to win because I was like, you got the refs in the bag.
Yeah, I thought the Patriots too.
But boy, Eagles came in the clutch, man. Nick Foles, backup quarterback, he put on for the squad, man.
Nick Foles came in there like, I ain't nobody's backup today. I ain't nobody's backup today.
Nick
Did you guys
Foles
see?
made a name.
Hey guys, I got a question for you.
What?
Did you see the riots that happened in Philly? It was insane. People flipping cars. People catching cars on fire, catching businesses on fire.
Listen,
everything.
man, listen. We already knew that. We already knew that was going to happen. They're celebrating. They shouldn't celebrate that way, but there's nothing we can do about it.
Everybody is surprised. That shouldn't be surprised. If you know Philly and their hardcoreness, they don't give a fuck about them damn selves. Hey, these are the same people that boo Santa Claus, man. When you boo Santa Claus, you ultimate savage, man. You are a whole nother savage. So don't give a fuck about Santa Claus. They ain't gonna give a fuck about the show.
Damn.
Nah, I seen everybody like, SMH, what kind of stuff is... You know, I actually saw one of the Eagles fans eating horse. They had this dude eating more shit. He was eating this shit, dog. He was chowing on it like it was damn chow mein or some shit.
Listen, I want to tell you people in Philly, go ahead and celebrate, but stop flipping cars and breaking store property.
Oh
break your own property in your own house. I don't care what you break in your own house, okay?
I saw a video on Instagram that a guy like flipped it. He threw his TV off his apartment building, and it was like a couple feet off the ground. It was like 20 feet off the ground. I'm like, seriously?
Well, you know what? That's his TV. That's his TV, so I don't care.
I don't think that's real because I've seen some other shit like that with other teams lost.
Just like people will say, the Simpsons predicted that they will win.
America is safe from Tom Brady for the moment.
Yes.
As of right now.
The saviors of 2018, the Philadelphia Eagles.
And Meek Mill. You can't forget about Meek Mill. You can't forget about Meek Mill.
I'm gonna miss the jokes, the no-ring jokes made for the Eagles, man. They were too funny. They were way too funny. Even Philadelphia, you gotta understand, man. Y'all was the butt of the jokes. You and Cleveland, the main butt of the jokes. Now look at it, Super Bowl champ.
Ain't no butt, no jokes, no mo. Leave all that shit to Cleveland.
Enjoy that moment, Philly.
Next
season,
Steelers.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen for y'all again. I ain't gonna. I don't care if you do get Carson Wentz back. Y'all ain't shit at all in Pennsylvania. All right.
Okay,
the number one team in Pennsylvania, as we know, is the one who got the most wins, and that is none other than the Pittsburgh.
Well, who's currently wearing the crown right now, though? Who's currently wearing the crown right now, though?
They're champions for the moment. Like I said, enjoy that. Come back in August and we'll see what's going on. We'll see
Come back in August.
Yeah. I'm telling you. Enjoy the moment. The champions are. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for putting that piece of shit Tom Brady in the dirt. Thank you. Thank you. Clap it up, y'all. Clap it up. Clap it up.
You're distracted. I'm playing with Spatty right now.
You deserve it. Buddy, you a piece of shit. Yeah, man. Oh, gosh, man. I could talk
Yeah,
all this
Tom
shit
Brady.
about
How about that sack, Tom Brady? Why didn't you catch that ball, Tom Brady? Huh?
He choked.
I think
He
Brady's
choked,
gonna be
okay?
back next season, man. He's gonna be 41, man. I think he's gonna be back.
Listen, I can only quote his words. He said he wants to play well into his 40s.
He's not. He needs to give up.
He's gonna find out like Brett Favre's old ass did, like Peyton Manning's old ass did. 40, playing in your 40s is hard to do. I don't care if all you have to do is throw a ball. You're gonna feel that pain when you get smashed into the ground. I don't even care. Bring on Tom Brady, man. He's gonna be in Pittsburgh next year. We're gonna finally get our revenge that we should have gotten the playoffs. We're gonna get it next season. We are 100%. Hey, I have a feeling that there will be a new AFC East champion. Nah, y'all don't know much about football, but I feel like maybe Miami might beat out New England next year.
Hopefully. Tom Brady needs to realize and go take care of his fucking daughter or something and leave the fucking football field.
He wants to stay in. Let him stay in until he gets completely injured and can't walk again. Let him do it.
He's probably at home crying while kissing his stepson passionately on the lips. Y'all seen that video, man?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
He kissed his stepson on the lips, man.
Ew. What is he, Birdman and Widow Wayne?
I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Some people are gonna. How old is his stepson again?
I don't know. He looked too damn big to be kissed in the damn lips by his damn stepfather. I mean, I think that's his stepfather. Maybe it's I don't know. This ain't normal to me. I know everybody like, what's wrong? I mean, that's his dad. Get out my face for all that.
Now, okay, babies are different. Babies, you can kiss babies all you want, but
If you're like 20 or 20 something in your 20s, no.
Nah, I don't kiss babies. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Kiss babies. Kiss babies, man. You know,
Yeah.
that's how they get all sick
down.
and shit, because we sitting around eating a bunch of bullshit, and probably, when I mean bullshit, I'm talking about somebody else's bullshit. You know what I mean? Wink, 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 wink. No, wink, wink. Brandon doesn't know what the fuck it is.
Bound in the face. Yeah. Yeah.
Trash. Alright. Nah, I think we're done. Cheating on Brady.
Oh, I like
congratulating-
bullshitting on Tom Brady. That's my favorite pastime.
You being shitty is everything.
I believe he choked. That's what happened.
Choke, yeah. Patriots blew a 33-32 lead.
That's sad.
Good for them. Karma.
There's always much
Alright.
true.
Now that we're done with the results, still some things on the Super Bowl we want to talk about.
I believe that is it.
Commercials. The commercials.
The best thing about the Super Bowl.
Now, who here watched the commercials? I know I did.
I
only watched the movie trailers. Only saw the trailers.
I saw some of the commercials. I didn't see the Tad one, but I heard it was hilarious.
It didn't have to do anything but Tide Pods. It wasn't hilarious.
I'm pretty sure they're part.
Did they mention anything about Tide Pods? That would have been the perfect time.
They would, and they'll probably make bank from it.
So I don't know who, whatever marketing dummy is over there, but you had a chance to make something about the Tide Pods.
Yeah, bitch.
Little jokey joke. But it's like that.
You had a shot.
But yeah, what were the trailers that was going on?
Alright, well, let's talk about the biggie, the big one, Han Solo. What do we think about Han Solo?
It looks amazing. I saw that little cameo from Childish Gambino. I was like, sweet. But
Okay.
I saw Chewie. I saw Chewie.
I've seen. It's just like,
Let me tell you something. The best looking thing in that movie is Donald Glover. He's the best looking thing in the whole goddamn movie.
I got a question. Am I
Now-
stupid? No, let you finish first.
Amelia Clark's in there. I love me some Amelia Clark. But she looks plain Jane in that movie. Plain Jane. I'm like, Daenerys. Come on, Daenerys. You're supposed to look a little different. You know? You look plain Jane. She looks like Daisy Ridley. She looks like the woman from Rogue One. They all look alike.
what do you expect a bunch from like a whole bunch of space bums? They all look like damn space bums. You see what they wear, man?
That's just the style of the Star Wars galactic people, whatever.
Nah, man, they look bummish.
Man, I could rock a Han Solo jacket and vest. I could rock one, man.
Sure you can.
Man, all that shit look like something Kanye would wear.
I can see it.
I would be surprised if Star Wars wasn't inspired by Kanye.
Oh, Star Wars from 1977 was inspired by Kanye.
I think he was born in 1977, I believe.
Kanye is inspired.
Okay, can I ask my question?
So 1977, Kanye was inspiring people.
Yes, he's that magical.
Kanye will tell it himself.
Kanye, hey, he is a god. Remember he said in an interview, I am a god.
Hey, he said
He did say he was a god, Alex.
I don't care. He's a legend. He ain't no. Alright, stop it.
A false god. He says he's a god. No.
Okay, can I ask my question about Star Wars, guys?
What?
How old is Chewie? He looks.
Man, nobody knows that Wookiee's age.
He looks like he doesn't age. Like he's immortal or something.
Okay, he's definitely not immortal.
He has to be.
No,
He
he's
has
not.
to be. Brandon said he has to be, so he has to be.
Well, Brandon, we all know about Brandon, all right? We know about his brain, his little T-Rex peanut brain.
You're a fucking ass.
His brain is very slow, ladies and gentlemen.
Die, bitch. Die. There, he's dead.
What other commercial?
Oh, I got double
going
kill.
on?
Shit. That was awesome.
Oh my god, Brandon. Shut up.
The Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The new one, the new spot.
I still feel bad, so bad for Blue. I feel bad for him.
It's a girl.
I don't care.
No, you better get it right.
The movie about big ass dinosaurs.
Yes.
What are you gonna think about that? That movie? You ready? That movie?
Right.
Super! No,
I'm listening.
He was ready for me to
If he
say
said trash, I was like, why would you think that's trash? You seen the first
He was
one.
ready. I don't know. I didn't really see the trailer. I only saw like the last half where the damn dinosaur came in the room to snatch the old boy.
That girl was
Oh, no.
terrified. That young girl was very terrified over it.
All I know is Fallen Kingdom looks so it looks just like the first one, but it's problematic. Why is there another created monster? Why? Why do we have to go there again?
They got nothing else
That's what
better to do.
scientists
They got nothing
do.
else better
They
to
like
do.
to meddle. They like to meddle. They like to experiment with different things. I mean, didn't in the first one they mentioned about like different other ones or some shit? I don't know.
No, nah, man, nah.
Let me tell you something. Alright. I don't know how it's going to be. None of us know. You sitting over here, you like, well, when are they gonna make another monster? Because that's what they do. They make monsters. There's already dinosaurs that are freaking monsters.
No, I meant a mixed one. They're mixing dinosaurs again, like they did in the. We don't need to revisit that, man. We already did that. We don't need to do it again.
They're making their own dinosaurs. They would, of course, if they make one, they're gonna have to make other ones just to see.
We already had the Indominus Rex. What we got now? The Indominus Velociraptor?
Probably.
But the Indominus Rex was mixed in with Velociraptor, T-Rex. Those were the two
How the
things.
fuck?
Actually, it was more than just that. It had cuttlefish, it had a frog, da-da-da-da-da. But did you not see the
frog?
new... Yes,
Frog?
it had part of a tree frog.
Oh my god. Really?
I guess somebody didn't pay attention in the theater.
None of that
He
stuff
must have been
matters.
sleeping. He must have been sleeping just
I
like you did
wanted
in
to see
Fear
the
7.
action. First of all, I didn't see it in the movie theaters. I never went to go see it. I watched it on my own.
Well then.
Well, obviously, you ain't pay attention when you watch it yourself.
Oh.
Who cares about the damn frogs being in the movie? Alright? No one cares. It was like, well, okay, what is your next week?
Oh shit.
We
Okay.
got T-Rex
Oh,
and
shit,
we got
you're
Velociraptor.
Listen. Did you not see that this new created monster also has a Velociraptor toe? Okay? And it looks like he has some weird, ugly mouth. He probably ain't got no T-Rex in him because he's not that big. But he definitely got some raptor.
I didn't see any of it, so I don't know.
Fuck. So
You know, you need to pay
buddy?
attention.
Listen, I don't really care about stuff like that. I was late to see the last movie. Alright. So what makes you think I'm gonna be 100% up on the new movie? I'm not.
As you should.
I ain't saying you gotta be one of them. I'm saying there's problems. There's problems here. I understand. But you gotta pay attention to the details.
The details.
The
Ooh,
details.
Details? You want some details? Okay, I got some
The details.
details.
Oh shit. I'm boned.
Details.
Yeah, I'm boned.
Here they are.
I'm listening.
I don't care about the details.
Do you not?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, fuck
Well, I
it.
don't care necessarily of this movie. Because I don't know what to expect from it. other than big ass dinosaurs.
Big ass.
And Jeff
dinosaur.
Goldblum, who was in there.
How dare you call him Gold Bum?
He's a gold bum.
You a
He's a
dick.
golden bum.
So damn close.
You're a whore.
Okay, can we talk about the
over
next
there
set?
getting geek.
Well, I'm playing Marvel vs. Capcom, and I lost.
Trash.
Like usual. And what was you saying you want to talk about?
I say we talk about the Doritos versus Mountain Dew Ice commercial. That was
I
hilarious.
didn't see those. I didn't see those.
That one actually was pretty funny.
First of all, no one gives a fuck about Super Bowl commercials.
You're a fucking
Speaking
liar.
about the Super Bowl, this has been like the lowest ratings they've had in like 9 years.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Nobody wants to see the Patriots play again?
Yeah, people
I
get
think
tired
it
of them.
has a lot. Well, I think that has a part to play with it. Also, nobody likes the Eagles.
I don't know what people's problem with the Eagles are.
I'd say the national anthem thing was another thing that pushed people off of it.
I don't know. I feel like people got over that.
No,
I think
people
people
didn't
just
get
get
over
tired
it.
of Brady,
I seen
basically.
on Instagram that there was some black people who were standing up, well, not necessarily standing up, taking the knee for Kaepernick. They was having a, I don't know what it was called, it's a party where they, I don't know, take a knee and they're not watching the Super Bowl. They had to get together to not watch the Super Bowl.
Seriously?
Yes.
Well, did you see there was an article on my Snapchat about how the Eagles and the Patriots represented not only two different divisions, conferences in the NFL, but two sides of the NFL divide, that, you know, the whole anthem divide, because Eagles players, the black players stand with their fists up, you know, black power, black, you know what I'm saying? And the Patriots players don't do nothing. Bunch of Uncle Toms over there.
Uncle Tom's, really.
I said it before on Twitter. If you a black Patriot fan, most likely you a damn queenback. I put that on everything. I do not take it back.
That's another reason why I'm glad the Eagles won, because, you know, they put some respect on those players' names.
I never really took it that far to say, yeah, this group stands for social justice. This group just stands for corporate. I didn't look at it like a damn WWE match. Now, that you could use that in your mind to say, this is good versus evil and this term makes sense. But I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it as one trash team playing a team, another trash team that I purely hate. And the trash team actually won. The trashiest won. But there's such thing as lesser than the two Eagles. It's almost like Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton all over.
Oh, you gotta do that comparison, really?
I mean, it is.
Okay, I don't think the Eagles are that bad. That's just rude.
Yeah. Yeah, I can agree on that.
Hold on.
You know,
How are
we
they?
just talked about them burning down their own damn city.
That's the people in
horrible.
Philly. That's the people in Philly. Okay, I'm talking about the Eagles specifically, though.
But certain times when we don't like a team, a lot of it has to deal with more so the fans than the team.
Yeah, but we
I
gotta
got
start.
respect for my boy Malcolm Jenkins, Chris Long, you know, those are the guys who like, you know what, it's about, you know, get together and, you know, we got to stand up against police brutality. Those were the guys who were the leaders, you know. We can't necessarily say the same thing for the Patriots. Necessarily, we can't say anything about that for the NFL. Because when all of them did that mean shit, that was just some bullshit for them. They didn't give a fuck about social justice and that bullshit. They don't care about if a nigga get beat down in the street by the police. As long as they counting their money, they cool. Shout out to my boy Kaepernick. Kaepernick, we still fighting for you, man. We taking a knee, man. I was watching the anthem. Well, I wasn't necessarily watching the anthem. I was taking a knee. I told my nephew right beside him, take a knee. We taking a knee.
Oh, God.
Well, I didn't watch that part anyway, so.
He was like, stand up for that. I'm like, no, I'm taking a knee.
Just like I ain't watched the goddamn halftime show.
I heard it was
trash.
What? I heard mixed reaction.
Justin Timberlake is trash. I told you before the whole thing that it was going to be trash.
I've heard it's like a mixed bag. Some people praised it, some people just say it was terrible.
Well, mostly people bashed it because of Prince, the whole Prince ordeal about whether it was a hologram or whether it was not a hologram.
It looked like Dave Chappelle, or did somebody Photoshop that?
Oh.
But the reason is, people was giving that backlash because, one, Prince's beliefs on holograms and that virtual reality stuff, he doesn't like it for the sense that it may portray some demonic image. So it was like he didn't want to be portrayed as a hologram. He didn't want that. He told his Sheila E. told his sister, "Don't let them motherfuckers put me as a hologram." And that was the debate about the whole Super Bowl thing. Did JT put Prince as a hologram? Another thing, it's well documented that I don't think they necessarily liked each other. Prince and Justin Timberlake.
I got a question about that, about JT. Why are they saying about him bringing J's back or something like that? What are they talking about?
J's?
Yeah, they said he's bringing Jordans back or something.
It's some style J's he wore on the damn Super Bowl performance.
Okay, I was wondering about that. I was like, what are they talking about?
Really gives a fuck about.
Okay, I was like, what are they talking about?
Anyway, yeah. He didn't... That was the whole debate. Now, what I seen from it, because I did not watch the halftime performance, because I didn't really want to, it's not a hologram. Even his sister said it, who listens to Prince's wishes and all that stuff. It wasn't a hologram. But people forgot JT Timberlake doing this bullshit, culture bullshit.
Yeah, I heard he was a culture vulture. I was like, what the hell happened?
Did you see what he was wearing? What kind of shit?
I didn't see what he was wearing.
I don't know what that was. But Justin Timberlake has never been called a culture vulture until 2018. So why is he a culture vulture now?
He's been called that before.
By who?
By other people who pay attention to stuff. He's been called that.
What did he even wear? Because I didn't watch the Super Bowl, so what did he actually wear?
It was like a mix in between a Trump supporter and a hip-hop b-boy shit. I don't know. It was just absolutely hideous. I know, am I right? I'd rather wear some Kanye shit than wear what the hell he was wearing. It literally looked like he just played, what's the game where you just close your eyes and you just blindly look into a box and just search for a piece of paper. The same thing he did with clothes, basically, that day. He closed his eyes and just picked whatever just came into his hand in the box.
Maybe so, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I will not put up with any more disrespect of JT. I will not.
You're a fanboy.
That album is trash.
When he does stupid crap, we're gonna call it out. But other than that, put some respect on his name. I ain't heard the new album. Maybe it is trash.
It is. Listen to it.
I'll listen to it when I want to listen to it. Did you listen to it, Brandon?
Yes, I did. And I did not like it.
All of it? Every single track?
Yes, I did, thank you. Even the singles that came out, it's trash.
How many tracks is it? Say it in 5 seconds or it's
18.
Not
That's what I know.
I'm gonna fact check you.
Fact check him right now.
I'm not gonna do it right now because it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna spend my time talking about Timberlake and his trashy performance. I will not do it. Our 4 subscribers did not subscribe to see this. Alright.
I believe you guys got...
we got that next now. What else we got? LeBron free agency.
Where is he going?
Alright. I'm gonna tell you where he's going. You ready? You ready for the truth?
Like the world's biggest mystery. Where is LeBron going?
Oh yeah, where's LeBron going?
No one knows.
I've heard of the Golden State Warriors. I've heard the Rockets. I'm like,
I'll tell you something, man.
He ain't going to Golden State.
If LeBron goes to Golden State, basketball will be forever ruined.
they'll burn. What they did to his jersey was when he went to the Heat, burn his jerseys like crazy.
Man, the entire NBA fandom of whatever team's gonna burn that motherfucker's jersey. So,
here's why he's not going. Let me tell you why he's not going to Golden State. Because of what they would have to do. Now, from what I heard, they said they would have to trade Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala, and after that, after trading them, they would have to lower Kevin Durant's pay. That's not happening to get LeBron.
What's KD getting now?
It's like $30 million a year.
Okay.
he's only on a 2-year contract. He's only on the sign up for 2 years. I don't believe he's going to go because, for one, similar reasons as to what Days was basically saying.
Okay, I got killed again. Damn it.
He said himself he does not want to take less than the max contract.
Exactly.
He's not. He took less money for a majority of his career. He's saying F that. We're not doing that again. I'm past that. I deserve to be paid for my skill and what I've done in the NBA and what I continue to do throughout the rest of my career. And that is 100% true. He's not going to take less money to go to Golden State. Two, I'm not sure if he's necessarily going to be taking the KD route where I'm just going to play my enemy. I'm going to play with my enemy. But the nice little rumors, whoever made them up, you know, it's for all good and fun. It's, yeah, you might go to the Warriors, all that bullshit. No. Now there's reports saying, you know, he might go to Houston. He might go to the Lakers. People first thought he was going to either go to the Clippers or something, but like I said before, he said himself, he is not going to play for the trashy ass Clippers. The Lakers are still in play. Rockets, to me, it's between the Rockets and the Lakers. There's been other teams named, but I don't really necessarily know we can pinpoint and say, oh, he's 100% definitely going to this team. I don't think nobody can necessarily say that.
But didn't you guys say he said he wanted to stay he wanted to go to the West Coast?
Go where?
He wanted, if he did go like to a different team, he wanted to stay in the West Coast.
I don't know if that's a guarantee. I feel like LeBron don't want no smoke in the West, because if you go to the West, that's a lot more challenging than that pathetic East he in.
Oh shit! I don't believe that. Oh, I can't believe that. Right.
I don't think he want that smoke in the West.
Okay.
He's never had to deal with it in his whole 15-year career. He never had to deal with it.
I mean, he's dealt with competitive teams throughout his career. The Eastern Conference never used to be the Eastern Conference that we know today. Eastern Conference had the Orlando Magic, they had the Boston Celtics. Pretty much, yeah, the Boston Celtics was definitely a big team. Detroit Pistons at the time, when they was going on their championship run. So he's played against competitive teams in the Eastern Conference before. So he's not a stranger to it. I don't think he would much, you know, the whole smoke being in the West and stuff, I don't think that necessarily matters to him, because at the end of the day, it's about getting there and winning the championship whoever you play. Now, for him to be playing in a team, on a team that is absolutely terrible, sitting in the Eastern Conference, I don't think that necessarily matters if the Western Conference having a little more competitiveness and whatever. Because at the end of the day, you play the Western Conference teams 2 times out the year anyways. So that competitive stuff, I don't. That's a whole bunch more malarkey, whatever that means.
Let me tell you something. LeBron could go to the West all he wants. Okay, he could go to the West all he wants. But as I said, that competition gonna be in his face, and he getting old. He getting old.
Oh. He's only what? He's only 35.
If there's no competition, then it's a trash league. Hell, there's hardly competition now. If he was to join a certain team on the Western Conference, you're gonna sit here and say he's not gonna be on one of the most competitive teams in the conference? Because I can definitely tell you. Other than the Warriors, other than the Rockets, other than the Thunder, there's not much competition.
Hold on. There's not much competition. What? The Timberwolves?
Still a young team yet to be seen. They made improvements, but I'm not necessarily convinced that they're going to be that top team.
They're better than the Thunder, though.
Oh shit! You heard the dogs.
I don't know. I don't know what their record against them is this year.
I think they
and
beat
all
them
that will be
twice
proven
so far.
when it actually matters in the playoffs. What is it?
I think they beat them twice so far. I know they beat them that first time very early, and I just played them recently. And since Thunder's on that 4-game losing streak, I'm going to assume they lost to the Timberwolves recently. Because I think it was that recent. I have to double check on that.
Anyways, the competitiveness is going to come when you play in a competitive league. Or you just play sports in general. No one knows where he's going to go. I just know for certain, it's not going to be Eastern Conference.
Look, you know what? If he went to the Indiana Pacers with Oladipo, I think they could beat something.
No.
Because they got Depot and Collison, and that's the big three right there.
You just definitely going to mention those names, and you just going to disrespect my boy Miles Turner like that.
Okay, what is Miles Turner doing this season?
And this is the same exact question you asked about Giannis Antetokounmpo when I first told you about it. You was like, okay, well, what is he doing? Now you sitting there and say, my boy Giannis.
Now, let me tell you something about Giannis. He's a good player, but he hasn't reached that hurdle yet. That hurdle of being a super all-star. Well, he's an all-star, but I'm talking supernova great player yet.
Of course, he's a young player. He's not going to come out the gate being an MVP. Even though he might be in the conversation of MVP this year. Don't know. Other than that, yeah, LeBron's not gonna settle for the bullshit. He's like, he's just basically telling you know. And I heard about IT, man. He might get traded, man. IT may be out.
There's only 2 days left. Less than 2 days now, actually. There's only 2 days before the trade deadline. It's on the 8th.
Oh, for real? Still, he might get traded. It might be like sayonara. And I heard it might, Kemba could come over there. DeAndre Jordan is still a possibility. I don't know.
They said on Skip and Shannon today that the offer for DeAndre Jordan just got denied unless the Cavs throw in something else that for DeAndre, it got denied because they offered J.R. Smith and I believe it was Tristan Thompson and the Brooklyn pick for DeAndre, and the Clippers said nah.
Oh no.
That's because
DeAndre has a high. It even be the Cavs or it could be the Trailblazers. He's going because he wants to be traded.
Well, Blake's gone, so it's like, what's the point in staying? Who you gonna stay with?
He wanted to leave before when Blake was still there.
What the?
He didn't want to stay there.
Yeah, I know. Which was unfortunate. I thought them niggas had a friendship. Thought they had something going. They did those commercials
that
together.
Bullshit Google commercial. That fake friendship. The fake
commercial
love.
That commercial was awesome.
Same guy. Get out of here with that bullshit.
Commercial was funny.
Too many times that Blake stood up DeAndre Jordan. And while he was sitting at a barber shop, he was like, you know what, this is too much. I want to be traded.
He wanted to be traded because he knew the Clippers wasn't going to give him that max contract he wanted. Clippers wasn't about to give him that. They wasted it on Blake.
Well,
and then they traded him.
He's not deserving of a max contract.
Well, you tell him that because he feel like he's deserving of one.
Of course, every player's going to feel like they're deserving of one.
Somebody need to tell IT to sit down and quit acting like he want to be deserving of one. Fucking short little cunt.
Who?
Isaiah Thomas. He acts because this is his contract year. He playing like he want one, shooting 20 times a game, making only like 6 of them.
I feel like the media is putting Isaiah Thomas in a bad light.
Well, maybe if he wouldn't say such things as, yeah, I'm gonna average 30 points a game for the Cavs. You know who you playing with? Playing with LeBron, talking about you gonna average 30 points a game. Kyrie didn't even average 30 points a game. He averaged like 28 or 26.
I don't know. I think they're trying to sabotage him.
He sabotaged himself.
Well, I don't think it's just him that's the problem with that team. I think it's the team in general. Who's making all the calls, who's doing all the, trades and decisions. It's 100% from them. I don't believe it's anything. I don't even want to blame the teammates for why they are the way they are. I want to sit here and say it's the general manager, the new general manager that you hired, that your last general manager did his best to create the team that actually won the championship, and then you fired him. Oh, this is just a bunch of bullshit going on with the Cavs. They're obviously not going to win the championship. They're not going to make the championship. They're most likely going to be bounced out in the second round. I predict they're going to be bounced out in the second round. And that'll be the end of it anyway. Because LeBron is fed up with the bullshit. They're not playing like anything. The team made all the wrong decisions. And for what? No. This is the biggest disastrous thing I've seen to a championship team in a while.
Well, I don't like Cleveland anyway. Can't stand the Cavs. They can go straight to hell. Cavaliers. I'm glad they're having their struggles. LeBron, leave the Cavs, go somewhere else. I hope LeBron's purposely sabotaging the team.
What?
Somebody suggested that because of where he don't like Dan Gilbert. I don't think that's really happening, but somebody suggested it. But I hope he actually is sabotaging that team on purpose. Because F Cavs.
I don't think he is. For what I'm hearing, he's way too much emotionally invested into the team right now. Even to the fact he didn't even waive his trade clause. So I don't believe that. I just think it's just a hint of Dan Gilbert getting a taste of his own medicine.
Thanks for playing. Come back soon.
So I don't know. Moving on. We want to talk about
Matthew Knowles and Colorism.
Yes. Brandon, did you want to add anything on the LeBron free agency thing?
Oh, I was gonna say the LeBron. I say he just needs to make his decision.
He's not gonna make his decision during the season. That would be it's absolutely stupid.
Yeah, we ain't gonna find out his decision till like June, July.
And it's got to shock the world.
Matthew Knowles, Colorism. Have y'all heard anything about that?
Hell to the no.
Alright, so Matthew Knowles, the father of Beyonce,
And grandfather.
basically did an interview about colorism and what drove him to make his relationships based off of colorism. Now I think I have the messages, basically the excerpts of the interview. Can't fucking find no. Damn.
You need to find him.
Unorganized, nigga.
Oh. Got you there.
Bro, you shut up. Shut up.
Oh, got to.
Twitter. Let's see.
This one is true. Reliable source.
Here we go. I don't know who exactly this came from, or who was asking these questions. But the interview first said, "I wanted to ask, how have you and your family experienced colorism?" Basically goes up and says, you know, my mother mentioned about never bringing a nappy-headed black girl into her house. And hold on. Basically, he didn't, he took that into heart by basically thinking that, maybe the darker shade is not the way to go. I don't know. And basically, he spoke on, he went into therapy talking about mostly dating white women or very high complexion black women. And he thought Beyonce's mom was white.
She looks no.
She was white. I don't know what I've seen an old picture of her. She looked exactly like Beyonce.
Yeah, I seen.
Like it wasn't a black and white photo, but yeah, she looked like.
She's not that old.
Yeah, basically says colorism is basically still a thing. It's very involved in the music industry, Girls like Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, all these people. He even said Beyonce and Solange, his own daughters, saying that probably a big part of their success is because they're not dark skinned. And for him to basically admit all that, because, a lot of people say, self-hate and all that shit. And he basically like, yeah, I was working with these white women. I was working with these light skinned women. Oh,
I mean,
do you feel like colorism is still a factor?
I got a question about.
Well, yeah, it is a factor because okay, let's look at. I want you to try to name 5 young actresses right now that are dark skinned that are going to be in a lot of roles here in even this year. 5 dark skinned actresses, young,
young. So what age range are we saying to?
Yeah.
I was about to say.
Not over 35.
The one actress who was in Ghostbusters. What's her name?
Leslie Jones?
Leslie Jones is a comedian. She's a comedian sketch artist.
But
she's well over. I'm pretty sure she's in her 40s.
Yeah, and she does not have any roles that I know of this year.
I want to say the one girl. She's in Power. She plays his ghost wife. I forgot her name. She's one that I can think of. It's hard to necessarily think. Dark
the only
skin.
one. There's only one I can think of, and that's Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes.
And that's the only one I know that has more than one role.
And this is Hollywood's way of saying, or Hollywood and the music industry, these big industries that market off of the face of the people that they have, saying if you're a woman, you need to be white, you need to be light-skinned if you want to be successful. I seen, I'm pretty sure y'all at least seen it on Facebook or somewhere. This girl, I don't know her name, but she was on Love and Hip Hop Miami, and she was an Afro-Latino. And she's, she got black skin like me, she got the Afro, she's a very beautiful girl. Approaches like a music producer that she wants to work with, Latino guy, Hispanic man, and he's basically like, you need to switch up your image because who wants to be on, ain't nobody gonna be paying for this black shit. No one wants to see this shit. We want to see, we don't want to see that sassiness that, a black girl has. We want to see, black women. So it's very much true that colorism is the thing. And the fact that people ignore it, it's going to be a problem for a while. I don't think it's necessarily going to change. I don't know necessarily where it roots from, where it stems from. They'll make it basically say, I don't want to date. Because that's the stigma. And also with Kodak Black, we heard Kodak Black saying some dumb shit before where he was like, I don't date no black girls, they too rough.
I remember that interview.
That man got blasted out of here.
He always gets blasted. You should know this by now, because he got blasted when he said he was bigger than Tupac and Biggie.
Now,
I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. Maybe it's stem from slavery, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's kind of taught. It actually was taught, like, the darker the skin, the worse. It was like, it stuck with us too. That's as I said, self-hate. Why wouldn't we hate ourselves when we're called monkeys and animals? So,
one of our good friends, I'm not gonna mention his name, but Alex knows. This dude is probably a troll god, and he's not afraid to let you know what he wants, man. He doesn't want no dark bitches.
Nope.
And he don't want no fat bitches.
He'll let you go straight up.
And he don't want. I don't think he wants bitches with kids. Or necessarily it doesn't matter to him. I just know I seen the nigga in action. He don't really fuck with that. You don't fuck with the black bitches and don't like that. And I'm like, now I know him and he just says shit just to get a reaction. He just says stuff for fun. I think that could be
true. He can say basically anything, but then he just likes to see what people say to him.
But I don't necessarily believe he's just saying it for fun. I think there's always truth to a joke. No matter how funny it is, there's always truth behind a joke.
I mean, I can't. I don't know if I'm mad if I'm mad at him for saying that stuff when he's just really telling the truth. I don't know if I can be mad at somebody for telling the truth, but I mean, is it right? No, but that's him. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not nothing we can necessarily do about it, but you know, the mentality that people have, you know, is very questionable. But boy, he is crazy as hell. I know him to be, you know, that's just who he is.
Get ready for the fight of your
Yeah,
life.
But a lot of people do take offense to that, man.
You see me, I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate, ladies. I'll date Asian, persuasion, Latina, white, black. Don't matter to it. Don't matter to me. Do I have a preference? Maybe, maybe not. We ain't talking about that.
I'll smash you if you fit. I'll smash you if you fat. Well,
the way you said that. The way
that was hilarious.
I'll smash you if you fat.
Let me retract from that. There's a certain type of overly large. For big girls, you can get a two. Big girls, hey, big girl, want you back?
Big girls need love too, Craig.
Exactly. You need some love. But yeah, this colorism thing, it does affect music industry. I don't know necessarily how it can change, but there definitely needs to be a change. Hollywood, music industry, all this stuff. We need to stop the self-hate, all the bullshit, stop the coonery.
I got something that can intertwine with that to an extent, and that's the pay gap. People complain about that all the time. That is true, though.
Okay, I've never heard of a pay gap involved with colorism.
This deals with self-hate and colorism. Basically, it deals with race. This has nothing to do with who's getting paid what. You can fix that problem. That problem is probably not. I don't know. Yeah, colorism, bad thing, but it's pretty interesting that he even mentioned his children being in that conversation. So
yeah,
I've seen a lot of backlash, like people like, you know, he's ugly as hell. I'm like, bitch, did you even read the article?
No.
What does him having to be ugly having to do with anything?
They read the title.
He spit out two beautiful babies though that are very successful and very entertaining.
Solange and Beyonce. Have you seen that fan theory? People think Beyonce is the mom of Solange. I'm like, what?
Oh my god, people!
How dare you bring up some stupidity to me like that?
It is stupidity, but it's people. You know how fans are. They believe everything. Like, oh my god, this is true. There's no fucking way. Yeah, Beyonce's in her 50s or something. No, she's only in her 30s.
I don't know nothing about that shit. Nothing listen.
I ain't got time for conspiracy theories.
But colorism, bad news. All right. So
colorism bad.
We're gonna talk about what we got. Unfiltered Carbon, the new series.
Altered Carbon.
What?
It's called Altered Carbon.
Altered. My bad. I don't know how to spell on it. I thought it was unfiltered.
No, that's the podcast name.
It is the podcast name. Okay. Altered Carbon. Now, I only seen one episode. I think I'm watching it, man. Brandon hasn't watched it. Brandon never watches any live action shows.
Yeah, this is 100% true. He hasn't watched anything. I don't understand what's wrong with him. All he sticks to is Rick and Morty.
Shut the hell up. That is not true.
That's all you
know. Rick and Morty can wait. Rick and Morty can wait.
I already can't wait for Rick and Morty because season 4 hasn't even got announced yet.
But Alex, you wanted to rewind days. You wanted to talk. I basically
Who
did
cares
what you
anymore? They
did.
know who our name.
He's Days. Shut up.
No, he's not.
Days. Now you wanted to talk about this. Now I necessarily don't. I'm not. I'm just now getting into it. You're more further into it than I am. But do not spoil it. Do not spoil it.
Nah, I ain't gonna do no spoilers. I'm only halfway through the season. So yes, 5 episodes in, halfway through. So you could call this my midterm review of it. I really like this show. And if anyone knows anything about me, they know I love sci-fi, and I appreciate good sci-fi, and this is very good sci-fi. I have been wanting something like this.
Sci-fi too much.
Alright, you better check yourself. You better check yourself on that thing.
Nerd alert.
But yes, I like sci-fi. This is good sci-fi for anyone who needs their fix on some science fiction and something like Blade Runner. This is Blade Runner with action. If you wanted Blade Runner to have more action, watch this show, because that's exactly what it is. That's exactly
And I'm
what
one
it
of
is.
those guys who wanted it more with more action. The Blade Runner was trash.
But when
Trash.
Alex told you the reason why you thought it was trash, because we didn't see the first one.
It was very boring. I was falling asleep during the damn movie.
But I'm telling the truth there. Okay, I'm telling the truth there.
I'm like,
I
okay,
I recommend Altered Carbon to everybody, whether you're a fan of sci-fi or not. It's just a good show. It's entertaining. All
I
right.
feel like Altered Carbon is starting to become a reality more than the sci-fi right now. Because if you heard about them human sleeves, they're actually making that shit, man. They got that shit on standby right now.
Yeah, well, the day they figure out how to transfer someone's consciousness, then you better think. Then I'll think about it a little more. But you know, the fake bodies and crap, I don't think we're going to be able to put ourselves in other bodies anytime soon.
They're trying to transport somebody's head to another head.
I mean,
No, it's not head to another head. It's head to another body.
yeah.
From a
Head
guy
to
who's
another head.
paralyzed to a
Putting
person.
two heads together.
They're not putting heads together.
Oh my! But you just said putting a head to a head.
You know what I'm trying to say is basically they're trying to put a guy who is paralyzed onto a body that was dead. Basically, replace the head. Basically,
Can they say that was successful?
it hasn't went through yet because how costly it is. It's like $4 or $5 million. It's expensive.
They say it's a good chance it'll be successful. I thought it already happened. I don't remember. But
it hasn't happened
I
yet.
thought it already happened. I
No, it
thought
hasn't
I
happened
heard
yet.
it was successful.
No,
I don't know, Brandon. A lot of times you're not right.
they're trying to get approval basically.
But yeah, I heard about the cloning of the monkeys in China. I was like, oh hell, it's the end of the world. Here we go.
Hold on. We've been cloning sheep for years.
Yeah.
They've been cloning sheep.
So what's the difference? They're cloning a sheep.
Yeah, everything is moving so damn fast.
It's life. Life supposed to do that.
Yeah, all this shit is gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire.
Whoa, go back in the Stone Age?
I don't know, man. I kind of just think about it.
Wipe the entire
could have-
human race out of this shit.
Nah, just think about it. You could have anybody you wanted. You could be Dwayne Johnson.
So he can be
I don't
bald?
want that. Why the hell do I want to live on this shitty ass planet for 300 more years?
Okay,
I don't
hold
want...
up. I understand that you're only about one episode in, but you do realize that they've branched out the other planets, right? They're not just on Earth.
Well, I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about the damn show. I'm talking about real life.
I'm just saying it's a possibility. If we branch out the other planets, you telling me that you wouldn't want to be Dwayne Johnson on Earth number 4?
No. Why the
I
hell
said
do I
no,
want to travel with a
I
bunch
said
of
no.
Fuck yeah. I don't... No,
That's
I
just
don't want
rude.
to. It is rude. It's meant to be rude. Fuck, I don't want to do it.
You freaking dick.
It's bullshit. I don't want to live with all that bullshit. There's gonna be school shooters in damn Mars. They're just gonna be starting shooting up shit, little Martians.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking some Enoch, blah, 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 whatever the shit
What?
be. Whatever language that's on Mars right now.
Oh, God. There ain't no language because there's nothing there. The sand.
So far that we know. So far that we
That's true.
know.
That's true.
There may be something up there. They're saying there used to be a river up that bitch. I don't know what they're doing now. But I'm just saying.
There's actually still water. It like comes and goes apparently, something like that.
Crazy. But yeah. It definitely was like a good show. I'm gonna have to pick up watching this after I'm done with this podcast.
Now there is one issue of the show that I've seen some people mention. It's not really issue with like the show itself, but more of how they did stuff. Some people call the show whitewashing. I heard that the book itself is supposed to be that way, but 2018 can't really do stuff like that. Yeah, well, because they turned the Japanese dude into the white guy. A lot of people are like whitewashing because they did the same thing in the recent Ghost in the Shell, and nobody liked what happened in that. So, doing it again, but since it's a good show, I think people forgive Altered Carbon a little bit more. But, there's still that whitewashing controversy.
Is that mostly any movie we try to base off of, like, anything? They try to make it a whole white cast? If people hate it anyway? They just get used to it?
I mean, whitewashing is a thing, and yeah, if the movie is good, no one really gives a fuck. They're like, oh.
I want your Ghost in the Shell and it bombs.
Almost like Post Malone, where he's just talking simply trash on about hip hop, but you sit there and say, man, but I really fuck with damn Rockstar. That's my song. That's my song.
If you do that, why can't you just admit that you're a rapper then? He's like,
so I'm not gonna sit here and spend time talking about that culture vulture. Fuck him and fuck anybody who agrees with anything that he says about hip hop. I'm not even gonna speak about him no more. Fuck him. What are we talking about? I'm still talking
Altered
about
Carbon.
Altered Carbon. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm gonna still watch it. Man, I'm liking what I see. And 20 minutes into the whole series, I'm like fucking with it, man. But yeah,
it's very good.
That one movie that we went to go see, that Blade Runner shit, boring. The first one I tried to watch, boring. So maybe I should have expected.
Yeah, Blade Runner's all talking and no action. That's how it is.
Well, it seems like it always has action. If you look at the trailers, like this has so much action right now.
Yeah, of course it's like, yeah, there's some action. Nah,
yeah,
it was a beautiful movie. Beautiful movie. Just boring as hell.
It just talks too much.
Beautiful and boring at the same time.
Beautiful and boring. Sort of like the first half of King Kong. The old one, 2005.
Okay, I was gonna say, which one are you talking about?
Sort of like half of the bitches I talked to on Tinder.
Oh, wow. Okay then.
Call them out.
You want me to call them out? I'm calling them now. Let's go. I'll mention them in names. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I value my life. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah. Horrible. Alright, are we off Altered Carbon?
I believe so.
What we got here? Oh.
Kanye?
Immortal Kanye. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure you're asking yourselves, what the hell does he mean by Immortal Kanye? Now, as I was cleaning my room a couple of days ago, preparing for an inspection from an asshole that keeps coming over here by the house every month to inspect the damn house, a random thing just popped in my head. Because I know me and Alex, we had a back and forth about Eminem, and while we was talking about that, we mentioned older rappers and how they're not necessarily succeeding. And I was trying to think of, and along with that conversation, I mentioned Kanye is one of those who's not necessarily succeeding. and being as an older rapper. But then I think about it. I think back. I'm like, is that even true? Because I see the things that he's done for these couple years, and Kanye is so iconic. But it seems like anything that he puts out, whether it be the worst piece of shit that you heard in your life,
it's gold.
It's not even about the sales. It's just like it receives so much praise that it almost convinces you that.
That was the phrase I was talking about. I was not talking about certification. I was talking about like you think it's gold, basically. Like, you can listen to it, or anything he does, they'll pay attention to him. Oh, he married Kim?
For an example, there's when Before the Life of Pablo came out, it was mentioning that it was going to be exclusively available on Tidal.
He would never.
People were like, well, they knew of Tidal, you know, Jay-Z, all these other guys have signed up onto it, and whatever, and I think there was like a little bit of subscriptions to it, but when Kanye said he was going to drop that T-Lop on there, the rate of the subscribers, they grew. And it was for that album only. Well, of course, but even according to Kanye, that it made a lot.
Like about 2 million, I believe. He got 2 million new subscribers.
Yeah. But I think and that just proves how impactful he is, how iconic he is, and also how I mentioned about Eminem, if he has his hand or anything into today's music, or for Jay, whether he has his hand or this acknowledgement of whether, you know, what's going on with rappers today and what's the sound. Kanye is 100% invested into what is even going on today, even though it's not his style. He's so invested on what's going today. He's working with the new rappers. He's constantly into everything. So it's like, and he'll make it work. So it's like, Kanye might be the one older rapper, the one 40-year-old rapper that is too impeccable, too immortal to lose. This is my thinking. I don't know. What do y'all think?
I said before, I've told you this multiple times, that he's a perfectionist at his art. He doesn't. A lot of people, I know some people could say that he doesn't work hard on his music because how bad it could sound, but listen to all his songs. You could tell he took his time to do all of these songs.
Well, Jesus was trash to me.
Yes, I know. I could agree with that. I could agree to that.
But
I could agree.
It feels like he switches up on every album, and you don't necessarily know what to expect. He makes it like that. You don't know what necessarily to expect out of his albums. Yeah, and that's what keeps people waiting. Like, what does he got?
Okay, go from these 3 albums. Go from Graduation to 808 and Heartbreak to my dark twisted fantasy.
My beautiful dark twisted fantasy.
That's what I mean. But explain all 3 of those. Look how much change he went through all 3 of those. It's a complete.
I think the change began. Well, I think every album that he put out was different from the other one than the previous one.
No, his first
every
2.
single album was different.
His first 2 kind of sound.
It was.
His first 2 kind of sound the same a little bit, not as much, but you can tell he experimented. I
feel like late Registration was like more gross in his own superstardom to where he's like, you know, it's just more higher up than College Dropout.
Yes, I can agree on that.
I don't know. Alex, what you think?
You may still say I'm wrong
Wow.
on this. Can I say this one thing? I may say this one thing. I said it multiple times to you, Kaylin. I still think he's changed since his mom died. I'm being honest on that.
Well, I'm not talking about necessarily his personality. I'm talking about the music. You know, we all know Kanye. Well, Kanye's been on the asshole road. This is,
He can't be an asshole.
you know, that's what he's done, but it shouldn't take away the credibility he has in music in an entirety. But people are definitely gonna like, he's an asshole, you know. He definitely changed when his mom died. A little bit, maybe in the emotional sense, maybe. But I feel like Kanye was this, but I feel like if we are talking about the personal thing, which absolutely has nothing to do with the music, well, maybe in a sense, especially for 808s and Heartbreak.
I don't think that was dedicated to Ambelos. I'm being serious.
No, that was his mom. A lot of people do say that, have the theory of, you know, he's talking about Amber Rose. They think My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is not Amber Rose.
They're already done by then.
But I don't know.
Alright, let Alex
But, yeah.
I'll let Alex talk now.
I've seen Kanye West come out on stage in a goddamn glitter helmet, tap a piano, and the crowd goes crazy. So yes, I think he is the immortal Kanye.
Yes. And then it was, I remember looking at a video of DJ Academics where basically him and Kanye and Jay-Z, you know, during that little beef and that little whatever you want to call it, basically like that little fight, him saying that, you know, Jay-Z in some way has a little more influence. Absolutely not. I feel like Kanye is probably one of the most influential musicians of all time. Musically and definitely in style. Definitely in style.
Yeah,
And we mentioned before, we had the shutter shades, we wore the pink polos, we did all that shit. Had all that.
I didn't.
And that speaks to how much, well, that's because you dress like a bum 24/7.
Fuck off! You're a dick.
I'm sorry, I mean, I'm pretty sure if he had his ragdoll hobo stuff in neon green, I'm pretty sure you would rock that damn near every day now with you. But yeah, he's truly, I feel like he's immortal, man. I don't know. One of the best to do it. That's why he's in my top 3.
He's the definition of art. Art, mother rap.
He embodies the culture, and he's probably the one rapper who put an end to gangster rap. He probably just basically put an end to gangster rap when it was him versus 50 and with the sales and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
He came out the winner. No one believed the pink polo wearing, high fashion motherfucking Kanye would come out as the winner.
I think
But
let's see.
He knocked out the gangster rap. He put an end to the gangster rap. It was all about these preppy boys, these rappers, I don't know necessarily, fashionistas. It was basically about that. He put them on the map, and he kind of makes, another thing, his influence makes it easy for everybody to feel comfortable who they are. Like, you know there's rappers who trying to be all hard and tough when in reality you know damn well they don't live that life.
I could agree on that.
Kanye is Kanye because no one else can be Kanye. And he embodies himself. He doesn't try to embody somebody else. And that's why he's influential in rap and in music.
I believed that Kanye would beat 50 Cent from day one. From day one, I picked Kanye. And I barely even knew who he was.
When you say day one, do you mean like 50 Cent day one as well? Like anything previous In the Club? Like before In the Club?
Well, specifically the Curtis album. I knew Kanye's Graduation was going to beat it. I just knew it because Curtis
was trash.
Yeah, it wasn't. He didn't have those banger hit singles that he had for Get Rich or Die Trying or Massacre. He didn't have those big hit singles.
What was the biggest hit on Curtis anyway? Anything?
I think it was the song with JT, or that.
I get money, not money.
That was the only one I knew.
Wasn't that also with Neo on it too? Where have a baby by me, baby.
Be a millionaire, have a baby. Yeah.
I think that was the one, or the self-destruct one. Either one
of
those.
Yeah, self-destruct, I believe.
But yeah, Graduation. Oh my God, amazing.
Yes. That's when he started. Isn't that the first album he started working with Daft Punk, and that's what made him like his sound that people got used to?
Yeah, I seen on Genius that what inspired him to make that album, he wanted to make was a Coldplay basically inspired him to make that album. He wanted to make stadium rocker songs. And that's exactly what he produced out there. With a song with T-Pain, Good Life.
Good Life, that's my I'm not lying, that is my favorite song by T-Pain, not T-Pain and Kanye.
The Stronger song, the You Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Okay.
There's just so many great things from that album. And that speaks to how creative and how much he's invested into the music. Now, Yeezus, he wasn't invested into the music. He was invested into fashion. I think it was Def Jam was saying, listen, you gotta put out an album. And he just basically tried to put fashion into that album. And I'm like, man, this shit is trash. But people look at it as an iconic album.
It's not. And he started going back to his roots after he did Life of Pablo. He started going back to his roots so much.
I liked The Life of Pablo more than what. It's not his best thing, but it was definitely not his worst. It was good. So yeah, Kanye, man.
I believe a lot of people could say that Yeezus was like one of his worst. Like he didn't even try at all. You know, some people can say, "Oh, there's some."
I definitely believe it is his worst. Not one of his worst, but definitely
it really is
awful. There's a couple songs from that I fuck with.
Blood on the Leaves is probably the only song I liked off of it. I know Alex liked that song too. Don't you, Alex?
8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Game over.
Alex?
No.
Maybe you just need to take a break.
Days.
Okay. He's over there tweeting.
Oh my.
Like, man, these motherfuckers and Kanye. I wish to shut the fuck up. Let me take a dick pic on Snapchat one more time from the house.
Shit.
Probably why he was on the phone for. Oh yeah, Kanye.
Taking that picture. Snap.
Alright, let's move on. We got Spotify versus Apple Music. Money.
Okay, There's an article that circled around about a few days ago stating that Spotify should be scared of Apple Music all because they're expanding so quickly. Because as of right now, Apple Music has 36 million paying subscribers. Spotify has 70, but if you see the percentage of growth every month, Spotify gains 2% every month, and Apple Music gains 5%. So eventually, it could happen that Apple Music could go beyond Spotify, but by paying users. If you're talking about Spotify free, altogether Spotify has 140 million users, but only half of them are paid. Do you believe that's gonna happen? That they're gonna go higher than Spotify?
Absolutely not.
No.
Why is it?
No.
Spotify is not only just on Apple. Not only can you get Spotify on Apple devices, you can get it on any device. Apple Music, it's Apple Music.
Alex,
Well, I can get Apple. I can get Apple
you can get it on
Music
Android,
on my
Alex.
phone.
You can get it on Android.
Who the fuck would put it on Android, Brandon?
People will.
Why would you get Apple Music on Android?
Some people do like it.
Let me tell you, man. When I had it for the free trial, I did not like it. I'm like,
I'm telling you right now,
so
no
basic.
Android users putting Apple Music on their stuff, and if they are, they stupid.
They're probably
well, of
using
course,
Google All
Drake,
Access.
he's
They're probably
basically
using.
like the mascot for it.
He really is, to be honest. Drake is. He got paid like 25 or 35 million by Apple.
Oh, see, Spotify is like God level stream right now. I don't see anybody knocking them off that game unless Spotify does something stupid.
They had some
That
acquisitions.
completely turns off the subscribers or the anything. I don't think necessarily anything bad is gonna happen.
Yeah, you also got.
What was you saying?
You had remember that thing that came out I think it was weeks or months ago that stated that Spotify was making fake accounts. It's supposedly
Hey, they might, because when I was like one day I remember searching up for Future, and like there's a whole nother Future, it's like some reggae shit. I'm like, what the fuck is
When the
going on?
Future go
Future?
reggae.
But if anything, I don't really care about who subscribes.
I don't care.
When are you gonna start paying artists what they're worth?
Deserve, to be honest. Like, the only one I can think could
That goes for both of them.
the legitimate one that pays them the best is probably Tidal, because you saw what Nipsey Hussle stated on his Twitter.
Yeah, but if only Tidal was the very first one.
I think it's just because they keep losing. They just keep losing like CEOs and losing money. They're not gonna stay around that long.
I don't know. I'm not. Eventually, Jay's gonna have to sell that big stake. But Jay, even when he takes an L, he takes a dub.
He takes a risk. He already made his money back already, because didn't he buy it for like what, 55 million?
That's okay. I don't know.
If he bought it for like 55 million, he already made his money back because he got over 200 some million from Splint for buying 30%. Even though Splint's like in like $38 billion in debt.
I just know Spotify is not going to lose the crown.
That's what I'm saying. They ain't losing to nothing.
Someday
Spotify. I love this one.
I know.
Can you put Apple Music? Can you put Apple Music on a PlayStation, Brandon? Can you put it on the PlayStation?
Can you? No.
Can you? No. Didn't think so. Spotify's available on more devices.
It's Apple, not me. Wait,
Fuck
not me.
Apple.
I'm not blaming no one. I'm just telling what it is. Spotify's available on more devices, which means it can reach more people.
What do you use more? What do you use? Do you like Spotify?
You know.
Or do you use Pandora?
Get the ball up.
I don't use. First of all, no one uses. Stupid idiots use Pandora still. The stupidest of the stupidest.
I hate Pandora.
If you are
Pandora
listening,
every now and then.
I
use
hate Pandora.
when I just get bored.
then you would.
Spotify or what's on, any other album.
I'm gonna take the words. I'm gonna take the words out of Kevin Durant's mouth back when he was in OKC. You are an idiot.
The main reason I hate Pandora is because it has too many damn ads. Like you push skip and it'll act like you push an ad. I'm like, I didn't even push a damn ad.
If you subscribe, you don't have to worry about the ads, right? Am I right?
Okay, Spotify, their ads are not that bad. They're just like video ads. They're not that bad.
Pandora was always awful. I hate Pandora with a passion.
I did too. I hate it too.
And iHeartRadio.
I know. There's also Next Radio. I've never listened to Next Radio yet.
Is Apple Music putting up music festivals? Huh? Is it doing that, man?
Who? Apple Music? They do that. They have the iTunes Festival. It's in London.
Trash.
How you know it's trash? You know who wins?
It's trash because no one talks about it.
The blogs do.
I think Tidal is ahead.
Give a shit about a blog.
In one thing. Tidal is about the only thing where I can live stream like concert.
Yeah, because you get exclusive
I
wires.
do that on other apps. That's that's one thing that I like about Tidal. If I want to watch a thing, I don't have to leave my house. I can go and watch it on the damn thing. Thingamabob.
Does Apple Music have music videos?
Well, I don't know. I never used it. How should I know?
think they do. I think you can watch movies on there.
Would.
Like little documentaries on there.
Yeah.
Little documentary.
I watched
Alex, if you want to check so badly, use Apple Music for the 3-month trial and test it out.
I'm not using Apple Music. F Apple Music. It's stupid. Spotify exists for a reason.
Talk your shit, Alex.
Yeah, but Spotify's losing money anyway.
Losing money from who?
The labels? Who else?
I don't care about the labels. They're the #1 music streaming service in the goddamn country.
You know
Don't
what?
worry, Drake is going to buy Apple Music and he's going to do wonderful things.
Okay, he's got to buy a multi-billion-dollar company.
Just like he said in, was it the Lil Wayne song, the remix? Family Feud. Pay him what you owe him, Apple. You should be owning that building. I mean, honestly, Drake is probably the only reason,
Well, he did get
Apple
90-some million last year.
Continue. 8, 7, 6,
and his albums, he can't even make them exclusive.
Yeah, because Universal got pissed about it.
Get back in there and try again.
Spotify over Apple Music any day.
All day, every day.
Oh, Woody, then. Next topic. Something that Alex will make Alex very
Shut
happy.
up, Brandon. You don't know what you're talking about.
I called Alex an apple by accident, okay? I'm sorry.
Floyd in the 6-sided ring?
Say what?
Hold on, wait.
Yeah,
6?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me add 2 more sides. Oh my god. Let me not get beat up by the UFC fans. It's on my bad. Oh my god.
Wow.
My bad, y'all. Don't
You don't know
attack
how
me
to
with
count?
your tap out shirts and your Monster Energy drinks.
First of all,
Kevin, I got a question for you.
What?
What shape has 8 sides?
What shape has 8 sides? Square.
Close.
yeah, it's square. Nah, it's square. It's square.
Thank you for letting me know that it's close. I needed that.
It's not even close. But
anyway, Floyd Mayweather. If anybody has not seen, Floyd has been teasing not only a return into combat sports, but a return to the known fighting style that we know as MMA.
Technically, it's not a return, it's a venture.
It's a what?
Technically, it wouldn't be a return to MMA, it'd be a venture into MMA.
Oh, we got you there.
Listen, don't be a smart ass, right? You know
Alex
what I mean?
is a smart ass, so it doesn't matter.
So anyway, he's in the videos. Oh, bitch. I seen on Twitter, you know, him just jogging around in the ring, and him basically saying 2018 Floyd Mayweather in the Octagon. Who would know? Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I don't know exactly. Everything is up. But basically, he's saying, hey, it could happen this year. And I'm like, man, this Floyd is funny, you know, he's trolling. But then again, I said the same thing when it was about Conor McGregor. When he was doing all that talking about Conor McGregor, I said the same thing. He's just trolling. He's not gonna get it.
And then it came true.
It came true. So I'm, you know, even though I said the same thing about, you know, Floyd being in MMA, I think he actually might do it.
Alright, let me tell you about Floyd in MMA. If he thinks he could get in that octagon and handle anybody, he's stupid. Alright? He's ignorant. If he thinks he's gonna get in that octagon and win anything, he would get beat 10 times worse than what happened to Conor in that boxing ring. They will choke him. They're not gonna try to fight him, stand him up. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna choke you until you choke on your own blood. Until blood reaches your lips, we gonna choke you. And he don't know how to choke nobody. Little stubby arms, little stubby T-Rex arms. What do you know how to do? You don't know how to do nothing. Show his cash.
Hey man, when he was in that ring, he probably after the boxing match, he was like, you know, it's time to get the training. Get this training going.
Floyd's old.
So who's he gonna try to fight though? That's my question. Is he gonna try to fight Conor again or somebody else?
That's the money match.
He'd be making a huge mistake if he fought Conor. For the sake, if he wanted to win. But if he wanted to make the bucks, best believe he's gonna fight Conor. And I think that's the whole reason behind this whole thing.
There's a lot of people saying.
When you present the money to Floyd, Money Mayweather, the man has money in his middle name. You present the money to him, he is going to be on it like white on rice.
He's like Mr. Krabs.
And I feel like it's the same thing in this situation. But if he's looking to not only make money, but to win, he's not going to pick Conor McGregor.
You gotta choose.
Well, the problem is he can't fight a scrub. If he fights a scrub, nobody's gonna want to watch it.
He's like picking out the biggest amateur.
Diaz?
Wow. I don't know who's the amateur.
Disrespectful. If he fights Diaz, he's gonna get choked. Okay? He's gonna get boxed, then he's gonna get choked.
He can't fight Nate Diaz.
Plus, Nate Diaz is tall, way taller than him. It's not happening.
But who's in his class? Who's in his weight class?
I don't know how she weighs.
Speaking for Floyd.
Floyd, let's see, he fought Conor at 155, so that's lightweight in the UFC. You got a ton of people at lightweight, too many people. You got Tony Ferguson, who's the interim champion right now. You got Khabib. You got Nate Diaz. You got Conor McGregor. You got Eddie Alvarez. Like, who you want? Which one you want to get beat by? All the dudes.
All of them
could take him.
Get ready for the fight of your life.
I don't know, man. But what if Floyd? Let's say Floyd does get in. Let's say Floyd does fight Conor McGregor. Let's also say Floyd beats Conor McGregor. Not only beats him, knocks him out.
Not happening.
I'm saying, what if?
They're gonna try to fight again probably after that.
Man, all these UFC fans gonna be on suicide watch, man. They gonna be like, how the hell y'all let this nigga come in here and beat us? It's gonna be hilarious.
They ain't gonna let no.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch.
Pint-sized 40-something-year-old boxer come in there and win.
Hey, man. Hey, put Ken Shamrock back in there. Let's see.
Ken Shamrock was like a middleweight or something. He's way too big.
I know. Drop the weight, man. And see, he's old as hell.
Yeah, he's old and he lost like his last 10 fights because he was so old.
Put another old person against an old person. You got a senior citizens match.
Okay, you want Chuck Liddell to come back? Let's bring back Chuck Liddell.
Chuck Liddell'll probably kill him.
If Floyd jumps in the octagon, he deserves the worst fate ever. Like, I don't care. Go into a boxing ring all you want. Go into a boxing ring all you want. But if you're willing to lock yourself in a cage when you have no skills like that, you're a jackass. Man, I don't care how rich you are.
I don't know if it's gonna happen this year. It could happen next year.
Probably
That's
next
like
year.
that's like Will Smith. That's like Will Smith saying, "I'm gonna retire from acting and join the UFC." He would die.
That'd be a weird career path.
Almost like CM Punk when he left WWE and went to.
You know what happened to CM Punk? He got choked out. He got choked out.
I know Dana was hurt, man. I invested so much into him. So much. He got played.
Yep. Choked out. And he got choked out by nobody.
That's funny.
Man. My boy Floyd, he's Mystique. You never see nobody like him. He'll go into the octagon and he will shut it down.
Really now? Really?
He will shut it down. People will be standing there with their jaws wide open, almost like when Undertaker lost his first WrestleMania. She'll be like, oh my god,
man. The video from that is iconic still to this very day.
When that black dude just had his eyes wide open. Like, oh my god.
And the whole crowd got silent because they thought that he was going to pop out after the 2, and he didn't. And it was all like, oh.
Yeah, I was like that too. Like, and that fight was so lame. It was a bad.
It was.
Like 1, 2, and everybody was really expecting for him to kick out, but then you're 3, and everybody was like, "Oh."
Yeah, but the crowd died down so fast. They was like, ah. They didn't know what to do.
Pin dropping that bitch.
They was like, "Did we cheer? What did we just see?"
You just saw history go up in flames. So Floyd, 51-0 is gonna happen. It's gonna happen in the 4 plus 2.
Then will he retire finally?
Huh?
Then will he retire finally, or not give and then give up?
Well, yeah. Unless somebody brings up that money.
That's what Mayo always wants, is that money bag.
That money bag. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, for nothing. Alright. Next on the list. The Cloverfield Paradox.
You guys can talk about this because I got nothing.
I'm gonna let Alex take this away because I'm telling you, when I watched this movie, I was 1000% confused.
It's a confusing movie, and its ideas are better than the movie itself, but it does tie the whole universe together, which is probably the best part of it. Oh, and it has great acting. I think the actors did a great job. But as far as the script goes, I'm like, what? I'm like, wait a minute. It's very derivative. It reminds you of so many other movies that it's not really special. It's not 10 Cloverfield Lane special. Or Cloverfield special. It's not special as the other two.
I swear, I'm not gonna spoil the movie for anybody who wants to see it. It's on Netflix right now to check it out. You can view for yourself. But man, the movie was confusing as hell to me from the very beginning all the way up to the end. And there was just too much wacky shit going on. I'm like, man, are you fucking for real? Now, the first Cloverfield and 10 Cloverfield Lane, were suspenseful things. I did not get that when I watched this movie. I did not feel the suspense. I just felt more confused by the events that took place almost each time. I wish I could talk about it, but from what Alex explained to me earlier, days, Sam was gonna be taking forever to get y'all's names down pat.
It's gonna be a while.
Who cares, honestly? Who cares?
Like 50 million times. No, shut up. It's gonna be. We're gonna get through this.
We won't.
We're gonna have to be doing some special training later. Anyway, Days basically, ran down the whole thing to me. And and it was interesting, but still, this movie was absolute boo-boo. And I just, I don't know. Hopefully there's another Cloverfield, which there most likely will be. I don't know what it was.
They're already filming, or they already done. I forgot. Yeah, they're already either done or filming the fourth one.
Did JJ write in these, Alex, or he's just an EP?
It's it's gonna be set in World War II, and there's gonna be like some hidden supernatural forces that helped cause World War II.
Normal. Welcome to the world of Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Interesting.
It's gonna be weird again.
I wonder when are we gonna get to the fight? The fight, the humans versus the supernatural beings.
Never.
I don't know.
I
got a question. I got a question for JJ. JJ, if you listen, when you gonna hire me to write one of these Cloverfield movies, man? Like, come on, man. I got the best ideas, man. You need to bring me on board.
He also has a Hulu series coming out too, Alex, and with Steven Spielberg. Not Steven.
I know, man. You need to holler at your boy, JJ. I just want a script competition, national, boy, national.
If you want a script competition, please get him in there. Please take him away. I'm tired of hearing about his 1.4 billion. I'm tired of hearing about all this bullshit. Take him.
Yes, please, JJ,
his so-called
take him.
money moves. He's been bragging about them damn things for a while.
Money moves, homie. Money moves.
Where are these money moves you speak of? I don't see any.
Where the money at? Where the money at?
Yeah, Alexander.
Somewhere better than Sam's Club.
Okay, why you still at we can say Sam's then.
Sam's Club, here we go. There's probably some Sam's Club employees listening to this shit like, Brandon, you better defend us. You better defend us.
My question to you, Alex, why you still at Staples then?
Ooh. Oh, here we go.
Because those money moves, they just kicking in, Brandon. They just kicking in.
What money moves? I don't see
ring the bell. Ding ding. Round one.
Don't worry about that, because that's about to change.
No, it's
about
not.
to change. She's about to make some change.
It's about to change. Unlike you, Brandon. Unlike you.
Where's your internship? You haven't started that yet.
Brandon said you're going to be pressing that easy button for the rest of your life, son.
Nah, Brandon gonna be using the brown paper bags in that gas station the rest of his life. Gas station.
Arguing with customers about using their cards. Swipe for gas. Oh, boy, I like to see Brandon get yelled at. I'll sit there.
Oh my God.
It's too funny, man. Brandon, I would love to see Brandon just cuss out one of the customers, man. Who just forget that card. Like, what am I supposed to do without the card? And
Brandon ain't got the balls. He ain't got the balls.
Actually, I already yelled at a customer once, so I was going to go off on him.
One of these days, Brandon is going to break, and he's just going to go the fuck off on all of us. And he's going to be tired of our shit.
Probably. Now, you remember that one day he came back too hard, Galen? You remember that one day? He was like, I forgot what you said, but I think it was something about his bill. So he's like, so then he ended it with, Galen, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was mad at me. Don't mention bills around here. You return those bills and taxes.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Brandon is so involved with money. It's a wonder why he doesn't work for the IRS.
Right? Making all the phone calls. You owe the IRS this much. If you do not comply, we will send the federal government after you.
Hey man, there's a job, man. There's a career for you, man. A federal job.
You need a master's or a doctorate, just get a job there.
And then what does that mean? Get your butt back in school.
Yeah, do I have that
Hold on,
money?
man. You haven't seen that movie Schmucks, Dinner for Schmucks? He worked for the IRS. He was a schmuck.
Yeah, Brandon is like half point below a schmuck. So he would fit right in.
Oh God.
Are you alright, Brandon?
I just get tired of the
He's
joke,
not a-
basically.
That's a joke. Shut up.
Soft ass.
Being emotional. Anyway, got some good news. You can talk about your topic, Brandon. Red Dead Redemption.
Finally gets a
What you
release
got for
date,
us?
but even though it gets pushed back, I hope it doesn't get pushed back, hopefully. Alex, do you think it's gonna get pushed back, or do you think it's gonna stay on October 26th?
I think it's going to stay because this is the first time Rockstar has committed to an actual date. They have not committed to any other dates. They've given time frames, and now they've given you a date. So they're like, you know what? We're going to hit this shit. That's what
I
they
hope
think.
so. They can't push it back anymore because, well, so they need. I know they try to make their games perfect, but still, they always gotta have a glitch or two.
Well, every game has a glitch or two. It's just like something that happens.
Yeah, you can't control that because you can't control a game that has a glitch on it.
Yeah, you either you find the glitch or you better be aware about the glitch. Shoot, I played Uncharted 4. I didn't experience a single glitch. Now, you could probably go and find one because everyone could go and find one. I didn't experience a single one.
Yeah, you
That's
can
what you
find
call
them.
perfection.
GTA has a lot of them. GTA has a lot of glitches most of the time.
That game has something available for some type of mods. I'm definitely trying to hack that stuff.
Do you got any rumors that you think it's gonna have into it, Alex? You think? I've heard so many rumors about it could have something similar to how GTA has GTA Online. It's gonna be Red Dead Online.
That would be definitely dope.
That would
There
be
will
fun.
be Red Dead Online because they've already confirmed the online aspect of the game. Though a lot of games have online aspects anyway.
Dope.
Now, will it play out exactly like GTA Online? Probably so, because they've learned so much from GTA Online that I think when Red Dead Online launches, it won't have as many problems as GTA Online did.
Hold on. Since we're speaking on Rockstar, I gotta talk my shit, man. Rockstar. I am
Here we go.
so sick of y'all and what y'all doing in GTA, man. Y'all make it damn near impossible to get all these new vehicles, all these new jobs. all this new stuff because y'all want to be high pricing new stuff. This microtransaction stuff is trash. But I know y'all not gonna fix it because all these idiots are buying all this stuff. So
you still make money. He makes his money.
You can't buy any more shark cards.
But you notice how no one complains about GTA the way GTA does microtransactions.
But if it's EA, they're like, "Oh my God, why is EA doing this?"
Oh, if you go on their Facebook page, and whenever time they mention something new that they're going to do, they definitely mention it.
People mention it, but then okay, I could agree on this that more people could
grind it out 24 hours out the day on GTA, man. That's so.
More people.
That's a waste of time.
I believe this. More people complain about EA's microtransactions compared to Rockstar's. To be honest, they really do.
And they're bringing that back.
Because EA's evil.
Yeah, EA's bringing it back. They're bringing it back because they said they were losing. Even though their game sold 9 million copies, you still think, oh, we need to bring back microtransactions because we didn't make our market. I'm like, okay.
Well, see, the problem is the first game sold 13 million. They dropped in sales. They didn't want to drop. Of course not. They dropped. The reason why they dropped is because people heard about those transactions and people got all up on them. They ran up on them like, you motherfuckers.
So
I'm glad EA's taking a hit.
Like they're trying to get, they might get bought out.
Hey. What do we speak about?
Yeah, can suck his dick. And nah, they ain't getting bought out, but yeah, continue.
Red Dead Redemption, Cowboys, fun.
It is fun. It's been so long
Cowboys and Indians.
No shit.
Nah, if I can't play as an Indian, I'm calling racism.
I shoulda knew.
Hey, they should be having Django type characters in that bitch. Then I know it's real.
Bet the whole cast is white. Bet.
Well, of course. Wasn't the last one all the whites?
Well, it starred a white dude. No, there was Indians. There were some Indians.
Yeah.
You couldn't play as them, of course, but there were some Indians. And some Mexicans. They had Mexicans too.
Oh yeah, that is good.
So yes,
Mr. Marston. Oh, hey, let's go.
Man, almost every team in the NBA wants my shooting guard. I just had to throw that out. Almost every team is at 100% want my shooting guard, but I'm with the Wolves. Y'all can't have me.
I mean, when you ball out on pro mode.
Oh god.
I'm stat padding. There's a difference. I'm stat padding.
Well, real people like me, we don't stat pad. We don't stat pad.
That's because y'all be taking the career mode too serious. I just want my points. I can already get in the Hall of Fame if I want to be. I can already retire.
I'm already in the Hall of Fame. I can retire right now and I'm already automatically in there. I already surpassed the accolades to get in there.
You guys are getting off topic. We only got one topic clip.
This is a podcast. We're having fun with talk.
We got 2 more topics. We're done.
Shut up. Dude, this can be 5 hours for all I care.
Oh yeah, nah. I had to get up at 6 o'clock. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry if we don't have lives. Nah, I'm just fine. All right, Tupac's Accuser. Now, I'm pretty sure we all heard about the woman who accused Tupac back in, I don't know what the year
93, I believe.
Accused them of rape. But now she has resurfaced back into 2018. Was it 12 years? No, it's 22 years after Tupac's death. And basically reiterating a whole bunch of stuff that we already knew. She's saying Tupac didn't rape her. However, Tupac was very well aware of what was going to happen. And that Tupac did absolutely nothing. She let Haitian Jack and another man Wait. Well, he did.
I
always created all kinds of life. And now people are up in arms like, really? You gonna do this while Tupac dead? Well, she did it when the nigga was alive.
I got a question about this. Why do so many people do accusing? When they accuse a person for rape, they go in hiding for like 10 or 20 years, then they come up in the airways again saying, "Oh, this is what happened," and all this, and then they out of nowhere, the person's either dead or they're still in jail, and it's like, "Oh, it didn't happen," and then they get scot-free. They didn't get nothing out of it. I'm like, then why would you speak up like 20 or something years later after the person's dead or still in jail? That's one thing I never understand.
The same thing was spoke through the case back then. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Same thing that happened, I don't know if you heard of Emmett Till. Young 14-year-old who was beaten to death by a whole bunch of white dudes because a white woman believed, she didn't believe, basically lied on him, saying, he was eyeing her, whistling at her, doing such and such. She was bold-faced lying. Poor Emmett Till at the age of 14, 15 years old got beaten to death to the point where you can't even recognize him.
That's fucked up.
You couldn't recognize his face. And then it was about 2 years ago, the woman who accused him while she was on her deathbed said she lied.
I fucking hate that shit. I see this post on Facebook multiple times. Should a person who lies about being raped should get prison time if their guy gets out of jail or gets acquitted of the crime? Should she get jail time? And I say 100% positive she should. Because it takes away their...
she's a minor and you want to throw her in prison?
If the crime never happened, like say... Like somebody accuses you of raping them, and it never happened, and you go to jail for like 10 or 20 years, and then like years later she says, "Oh, it didn't happen."
Yeah, I think there should be definitely something done about it.
Because there's numerous people that claim all this.
Well, I'm gonna be playing devil's advocate. And sometimes a lot of them. Some of them could be in so much distress that they'll just blame anything. And then there are people who just blame anything, just get fame, money, or just make somebody else's life miserable.
Yeah, because you have like sometimes
I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead. Speak.
Wait a minute.
I thought you was gonna say something now, so I was waiting for you to say something.
Oh my God, Brennan, speak! I was talking to you.
About what?
Like a 10-second awkward pause.
That was not 10 seconds.
What was you saying? No, shut up. What was you saying?
I was first gonna say about the one that I seen that people share all the time about like a high school student who had so much going on with him. He was gonna he had a scholarship, he had all of this, but then a girl accused him of rape and it got him sent to prison for like 8 years. So it took eight years of his time in jail to the girl admitted that it was a lie. So he could have had a good like job as an NFL player or something like that, but a person had to lie to the cops and the court saying that it didn't happen.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, so it takes 8 years out of his life that he can never get back. So, what's the point of that? It makes no sense. It's terrible.
That's the system, boy.
It really is. But it's like if it's the opposite, nothing would happen. I mean, honest, it probably wouldn't happen.
It would. I know for a fact. But
yeah.
man, I just want to know what motivated her to come out and just do this. But then again, it's a DJ Vlad interview. Vlad is such a piece of shit.
He is. He talks to anybody just to start drama, probably.
Yeah, he's nothing but... He gets motherfuckers to snitch on each other, man. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Snitches get stitches.
He probably will.
If Vlad died, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't give a shit.
Probably so. He's telling the truth there, Alex. He really is. He watches the movies. He's telling the truth. He does become a snitch to everybody.
And niggas are dumb enough to actually get on that show and just tell the whole fucking life story. Stop telling this motherfucker everything. He works for the
snitching. Dry snitching. What?
Motherfuckers need to smarten up, man. Let motherfuckers take control.
Quick update on some real life events. The Thunder are whooping the Warriors' ass right now.
I believe it.
Okay, I guess we gotta talk about our last topic. Alex, it's probably your best topic. Go for it.
Man, I was gonna make a Tupac joke, and you just jumped on it too.
Just say your Tupac joke then first.
It was gonna be something about him sitting in Cuba, man. I was trying to structure it before you even mentioned something. But never mind, let's talk about our last topic. Let's talk about the significant impact of Black Panther before it even released.
Alex, you first, because I know you're pumped about this movie.
Yeah, let me start off with some bull job that tried to go down. There was a Facebook group trying to shut down the success of Black Panther. I'm like, what?
For what?
What? Bunch of racist pigs trying to shut down the success of a black superhero? I'm like, here we go.
Listen, if you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong. Alright? You're doing something wrong, you ain't got no haters. So this is an indication, which I predicted was going to happen. A lot of backlash from the Charlottesville gang that, people ain't fucking with. Because, it represents power, black folks, and all this stuff. They don't want to see that represent. They don't want to see that shit. They want to see some flag waving, Arab killing bullshit movie that they got. They don't want to see blacks. They don't want to see us succeed, man. They don't want it.
Everybody's that way.
But guess what? They're gonna have to deal with it. They're gonna have to deal with it. Because right now, the movie has not even dropped, and I swear to God, this movie is making impact. I'm talking about it. It is affecting lives. And it hasn't even dropped.
It will.
How many? So this may go down as a classic movie. Possibility.
Ryan Coogler's on this.
Go ahead.
Ryan Coogler's on it. He's going to get the job done. This movie's tracking between 120 to 150 million for all black cast, pretty much 99% black. There's like 2 white people in the movie.
That's like 95.
You got even these 2 woke black people sitting there and saying, instead of us putting our money to go see a movie about Wakanda, let's build our own Wakanda. I hope these niggas research Wakanda on Google and realize that Wakanda's not real.
Build our own Wakanda. Even if we could, let's say, buy some land, enough for a country, call it Wakanda, you think we don't have that technology? We ain't got that tech?
Hey, man.
We're smart. We can do it. We're smart.
Alien parts can fall out the sky anytime, man.
Well, it ain't done it yet. If it does it, then we can think about creating our own Wakanda.
We need some of that good vibranium.
So, if we could create our own Wakanda, then I'm sitting on the throne. I'm Black Panther. F the rest of y'all. Y'all could be Y'all could be Golden Jaguar, Eight-Man. Y'all could be Golden Jaguars, Eight-Man. I'm Black Panther.
What the fuck?
Oh, you don't get your head ass up out of here, man.
Nah, you heard me, Golden Jaguar. Y'all both got the dreads too, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was like, I don't have dreads.
Brandon, you ain't got nothing, man. I don't want to hear it.
I have a shaved head.
Brandon got that. I don't want to...
What now? What do you gotta say?
Just say it. Just say it. Get it over with.
Brandon got that. Nah, I'm not gonna say it.
Just fucking say it. I know you want to. Just fucking say it.
Here we
I know
go.
you want to.
You ready, Brandon?
Say it, you bitch. Say it.
You ready? Are you sure you can take it?
She probably says it.
Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do that to you.
Alex will probably say something. Knowing him.
I ain't
I
saying
was gonna say
nothing.
you got like that.
You haven't said
school
nothing.
shooter.
You're full of shit, Alex.
I ain't said nothing yet.
You got that Columbine fade.
I didn't get a. I don't got a fade haircut this time. I just got a buzz cut.
I mean, oh shoot. You know what I mean.
No, not really. It's two different things. Buzz cut and the
But
fade.
you don't know style, Mr. Neon Green.
Oh.
That's your new nickname on there. You're no longer Brandon. It's Neon.
Oh god. Sounds like,
Neon
that sounds like fucking something that Whiplash say.
Some what?
It's like some Whiplash shit there.
Hey man, Riff Raff got more style than you. How you feel about it? How you feel?
Oh, he said Riff Raff got more style than you.
He's somewhere tiptoeing in his jogs.
Tiptoeing in my Jordans. I came down tiptoeing in my Jordans.
And then anything else you guys want to add to that story, or we're good on that one?
Man, how the hell we get from Black Panther to Riff Raff? That's a disrespect to Black History Month.
Hell yes.
Black History Month, man. Go and tell your local black person that you love them. Make sure you give them some money too. Oh shit. Brandon, give me some money.
I'm buying your plane ticket. That counts as something, doesn't it?
Hey, plane ticket. Nah, because I'm gonna reimburse you. But can't wait to go out in LA. Any of you 4 subscribers who live in LA, you can catch us in June.
Oh dear
You
God.
can see you because we can do a meet and greet.
A meet and greet. Oh, 4 subscribers?
Meet and greets are so stupid and plump. If I see any of my subscribers walking up to me like, hey man, you know,
I ain't
Slap
lying on this shit, but if we see the Paul Boys, I'm like, fuck out of here.
The who? Oh, Paul
Fucking
brother.
Paul.
Man, Paulson is a dick.
Did it?
A big
Kiss a
fat.
suicidal man's dick, man. I don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Man.
Has
Nah,
him-
it's fine. They ain't do nothing to me.
Yeah, they did.
Stop taking everything so seriously. Okay.
He's something.
Alright. So, that's pretty much the show.
That is
Anybody got anything
the
else going
show.
on? And so, yeah, all our 4 subscribers, y'all can hit us up on Twitter. You can see the damn username somewhere in the bid right now. I don't know what it looked like, but you can see it on there. If you see it, with some damn birds on there. It's been your boy Grizz. Grizz, not Kalen. I don't know who Kalen is. It's been days. I don't know who Alex is. And we got Neon Green in the house, y'all.
You're
Yeah, I
ass.
agree.
You're
Oh
a fucking
God, I
ass.
can't believe it. That's his name.
And that has been an episode. What number are we on now?
4.
4? Really?
Yeah.
Well, that has been episode 4, y'all, of the Unfiltered Podcast. Yes, we made a name change. Unfiltered Podcast. And we will see y'all next week. So, deuces.
I'm out.
Get out!